welcome back. Okay, what's we're going to do now that we've saved our text, our 3D text to 3D Studio Max file format, we're going to open that file in Photoshop. You'll see that the exported files, there's the Blender file, but the one that we just did in the video was RoarTV2. I'm going to go open that text. So file, open RoarTV2, not a Blender file, sorry, but we want the ACD3D settings, that's the 3DS file. So when we open that, it should work. And look at this, there's our text that we created in Blender. Now there's a little feature here in Photoshop, the 3D orbit tool, just enable that, and you'll see the three-dimensional indicator here at the top. And when I just move over that text now, I can rotate that all around. And notice it's three-dimensional. And this is Photoshop, okay? Alright, so we got that working, and spin this thing right around if I want. And this is what I want to animate in our film as part of a motion graphic that we're going to do in After Effects. So we'll just leave the text kind of like that for now. And we're going to go File, and we're going to save as RoarTV2, and we'll call it 3D. And it's going to be saved as a Photoshop file, so make sure that it's saved as PSD, and save that into our Blender folder. Click OK. Done. Next then, we're going to go into the program After Effects. Okay, so we go into After Effects here. Again, when it loads, it should be loading the correct version of After Effects with updates installed. Should be version 9.03. That's for After Effects CS4. Alright, so After Effects requires a bit more memory, and that's why it's taking a bit of time to load. And in a couple moments we'll be able to import that text into After Effects, and then we can start messing around with it. So what's happened is we've created text using the extrude tool that is three-dimensional in Blender, open source software, exported it as a 3D Studio Max file. We've imported the 3D Studio Max file into Photoshop, saved it as a PSD file, and then what we're going to do is we're going to import the PSD file, which is a supported file format for Adobe product After Effects, and then we should be able to animate it and make it part of a motion graphic that we could use to introduce news, sports, or anything, any of the different news segments that we are working on. Sort of thinking right now it would be good just for our regular newscast. So again, it's chugging along here, taking quite a bit of time to load. One of the things we want to check from time to time too is the performance of our machine. So this is my computer technology hat kicking in here. I'm going to go Control Alt Delete for a moment. Go to Task Manager, and we're just going to see what's happening to our machine. And you can see one of the reasons why this is not working is we have 100% disk usage going on here. Now I can see it's loading, but there is something going on. I don't know what's happening. Something is using up a lot of resources, and it looks like it's some sort of program that is trying to download. But disk use now, magically, since I've opened this, has now gone back to 10%. Well, I think part of the reason is it's no longer loading After Effects. But this is where you can sort of troubleshoot to see what's going on with your machine, and it's definitely useful when going on to that. So look at the memory use right now from Photoshop, and these two files programs combined. That's what's loading up into memory, so it's using up some space. So memory and performance of your machine does become really critical when you start working with a program like After Effects. back to our project. Here's After Effects. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a new composition, and this is going to be called Roar TV. Is my comp. I'm going to be using a preset this time for this comp. I'm going to go with I'm surprised we don't have more options. But we'll go with this one here, HDTV. Perfect. That will be 720. So that'll be what I was kind of hoping for. I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. Me bad. Okay, so let's go back here. That's what I want. I'm sorry. So there's the HDTV preset, and that'll be 1280 by 720. That's what we want for our Roar TV. And this thing should be about 10 seconds in duration. And we can certainly cut that afterwards. So this is going to be 10 seconds of film that we're going to be creating. Alright, so now what we need to do is we're going to import our text. So we're going to open, we're going to import file. And we're going to import that PSD file, I'm hoping. So we're going to go to where it says PC, and we're going to go into K Drive. This is where I got my stuff stored. And we're going to hope this gets done soon because I'm running out of time. Alright, so we're going to get into the Blender folder here, and there it is, Roar TV. Now, when I go to open it, I need to open it as composition. So import as composition and click open. And there it is. You need to see that says composition and it's Live 3D Studio. If that's not clicked, then you need to click Live Photoshop 3D. Click OK. Done. Alright, so if I double click on that, there's our text. Okay, and what we can do then is we're going to be able to open up the control layer, transform, or the controller, sorry, is the middle layer. I had to double click on that, by the way, so that you could see it. And transform opens up, and let's see if we can start moving that around. There it is. Okay, cool. So there it is right now, it's like that. And we want to be able to, let's say, scale this. So I'm going to drop a keyframe in there, and that's how it's going to start. So I go 1 second in, and I'm going to scale out. Notice that the keyframe gets dropped in. We're going to rotate that bad boy right there. We're going to do a rotation, and I'm just going to spin it a little bit. Oh, magique, eh? So that's that. And we're going to mess with that more later. But there it is. That's 3D text. And I'm going to save that project as Roar TV. And that is it. So thank you very much. And we just save this or stop this recording. Yes, wherever it is. Sorry. Okay, back here. And where is this thing? Done. Done. Done.
Good thing I didn't say anything.
It's still stopping. It's still recording this.
Oh, that's not good.